Hello everybody and welcome to another weekly market update after the market closed on 16th of November 2018. Here's where we look at the big picture and the short-term picture for the overall market because that affects everything. It's important to know whether you're in a bull market or bear market, or specifically if we're any troubles on the horizon. So the S&P 500 is like the benchmark index we look at for pretty much everything. And this is a long-term chart. You see the years at the bottom and the price on the side here, and each little up and down peg is a week of up and down action, smoothed out for us by this 40-week, like a moving average, sort of smooth out all that volatility and into one sort of solid blue line. So it called a bull market back in September, so 7th of November 2016, and I maintained it was a bull market all the way through until recently, a few weeks ago actually, and I said the system is now telling us to go to cash. So now it remains to be what happens next. But if you're sitting in cash, which is a position, as it was in 2018, a successful position at that, then it's kind of academic about what happens next. The important thing is that you've had a good run and you're safe. But it's also important to know, where other things that are going on. Is this anything happening of note? So maintaining what I've been saying recently is that this 40-week average, the direction of it is indicative of a lot of things, and it's most definitely sideways now. It's got it's no longer pointing up. We've got a sideways drift, and that's kind of keeping my system from saying it's very much in cash, not like a false positive or anything like that. I think the system was correct. It looks like it so far to say go to cash. So it's neither a bull market or a bear market. It's kind of like saying we're in neutral mode right now. We wait and see. Will it turn into something deeper, or is it just like a big level off? The main thing is that my system has to reset now before we get a new signal. Maybe we'll have a bit more insight if we look at the day-to-day chart, which is here. 1 day of action as to the 1 week, 6 months along the bottom. And here we see there's this breakdown that happened. We've had a bounce, and we had, as I explained last week, we had this attempt to rally, but that was a flawed attempt because of that diminishing volume. And then we had a down week on rising volume, and the last couple of days of the week it was a push up on fairly decent volume. So it's very kind of mixed bag right now. Let's see if we can put any lines on here to reveal anything at all. What we've got here is kind of what's called a triple bottom, which could be forming here. You've got 1, 2, 3, like a big W, and these peaks of the W here could be if this line is broken by this, if this can push on and get above that, then the market could be on with a chance of a good rally, maybe get things going again. So that would be the line in the sand to watch. Until that happened, it's hard to really say anything, but remains in a downtrend and needs to start getting its act together sooner rather than later if anything meaningful is going to come of this bounce. As this 50-day line starts to head down towards the red line here, those cross, then it'll be a different matter. So it's looking, it'll be interesting to see. It's a short week this week, Thanksgiving in America, Thursday. So we'll see what it does, which is usually a buoyant mood though. This November and December can be kind to the market. So in this situation, be interested to see how it unfolds. But right now, it's not a bull or a bear. It's neutral. Short-term trend remains negative. And I'll speak to you next week.